Good to go?
Let me turn the sound off on this thing.
Yeah.
Well, but just in case my brother gets here, I'm gonna leave that.
All right, what's up, guys? So, this is the first podcast for the Education Connection YouTube channel. Um, the audio will be, dispersed everywhere, but or distributed, whatever you want to say. But yeah, so not really sure what to expect with this podcast, but like I said, this is the first one, so we're kind of figuring it out as we go, just as we are with our channel as well. But you guys have supported us. We thank you guys. We love you guys. Today we're here with a special artist. If you guys don't know, then you're sleeping and you need to wake the fuck up. This is DMidd. So yeah, we got the legend right here.
I'm not quite a legend. I'd like to be one someday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't get good when I die. That unfortunately happens to a lot of artists.
That seems like it's the
Yeah.
forte in the industry now.
Yeah.
So
But make great music while you're here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell our viewers who you are, where you're from, and what your music is about?
I am DMidd. I am primarily from here, is where I grew up, but I was born in Champaign, Illinois. That's why I have 217 on my arm. Um, uh, and I moved around for a while. I lived in New York for a while, lived in Arizona for a while, lived in Pittsburgh for a while. Ended up coming back here because I was having writer's block real bad. Like, I couldn't write nothing. Like, I couldn't write a bar to save my life. And I'm just sitting here knowing I'm better than this because I've done better than this. And so I decided to come back here. And it took a couple breakups to find my flow again, because for some reason, whenever you're depressed or whenever you're overly happy, that's when you're the most productive, right?
So is that kind of like the message inside of your music? Is
Well,
it
a lot of it
mental health stuff?
is mental health stuff, yes. Because I have bipolar disorder. I have ADD. I have manic depression and anxiety. And this isn't me just analyzing myself. I went to a doctor and spent money and found out
Right.
because I didn't want to believe it, honestly.
Right.
I didn't want to believe that the reason I would get sad, like, around winter every year was because there was something wrong with me. I was like, fuck you. I'm just sad because I'm going through a breakup. It just happened to happen now.
Right.
And, I just had to deal with the fact that it was a cycle and change it. And, it's a process, but I'm definitely way better than I was then.
I always
We're seeking to try to do something
Mhm.
about it, and it's kind of like what we've always said. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah. That's kind of
It's not okay to do
that's
something
probably the
about it.
best way to say my messages is that my music is probably a way of saying that it's okay to not be okay.
But it's not okay not to do something.
Yeah, but it's not okay to just sit there and like be stagnant through, which I'm not perfect.
Right.
I can't, I can't say that there's not times that I'm just totally floored because of my depression. That's
Absolutely.
why I'm probably not known in musically is because I'm antisocial. Because sometimes I just, I get depressed and I don't want to be around people. It's mainly because it's like I don't like making my problem other people's problem.
Yeah.
So I would rather just deal with it by myself, vent in my studio, play my guitar, get mad at Dark Souls, for like 3 hours during the day or something like that,
Okay.
and get baked as fuck.
So
Oh, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Nah, this
this
is the better part.
Yeah, we're all adults.
Fuck, shit, cunt. Let's go.
So what got you into music?
Honestly, like 80s rock and blues. I feel like what got me into music was I stole my dad's Stevie Ray Vaughan CD.
Okay.
And I listened to it like back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, dude, this guitar is so cool. And what's crazy is, I'm a little ass kid. I don't know what sad is yet.
Right.
I haven't struggled yet. And I'm sitting here listening to this man's guitar just preach about pain.
Oh yeah.
Just feeling it. And like, so that's why I ended up getting a guitar. I moved to Illinois. Well, I didn't move. I went to Illinois for a summer and stayed with my grandparents in detasseled cornfields for one summer. Got myself a Squire from actually Palin Music.
Okay.
And started playing guitar, and that just kind of bled into me hearing more unique sounds because YouTube was like starting to boom at that point because we're from the era whenever YouTube didn't have fucking commercials. Yeah, when you could watch whole episodes of animes that you were pirating on YouTube without any commercials. Think about it, kids. Pin that. That's the thumbnail, right?
Ad free.
Right.
So you started off, with the rock and roll and all that, what kind of pushed you towards more of the hip hop and R&B sound that you now have?
So I always liked hip hop. I always liked people like Eminem, Royce the 5'9". I'll throw like Toby Mac and T-Bone in there just because like during that era, like I was still listening to like more like a blend of Christian and secular music. And like I just like started playing with it because I could keep a beat because the first thing that I played was drums, right? And so I just thought of my voice like a snare drum after listening to Eminem on the radio and stuff like that and Tech Nine because of course we're in the Midwest, you're not gonna not hear Tech Nine,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and so listening to those two artists as frequently as I did once I moved down here, I think it was like 11, and hearing that, I started thinking about using my voice like a snare drum. And then I started listening to after the first toxic goth girl that I dated, and she introduced me to this wonderful thing called the Devil's Music Shock Rock. Introduced me to Marilyn Manson, Mudvayne, all that shit. But Chad Gray from Mudvayne, the way that he would chop his vocals sometimes, I started to see like the correlation between hip hop and other genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to play with that. And my biggest fear is while trying to create this sound, starting to sound like Linkin Park.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
because don't get me wrong, Chad Gray, is awesome. Chester Bennington, rest in peace, awesome vocalist. But I don't. It's kind of like why I get mad when people like call me Jelly Roll and shit. I don't want to be referred to as anybody but Dustin or DMidd.
Okay.
As an artist, like I'm not these people. They might have influenced me and it might show that they have influenced me in certain ways, but that's not who I am as an artist. So like creating a completely unique sound was always kind of in my motive because my dad always talked about artists that defined their craft.
So I'm glad you brought up influencing.
Yeah.
So like, who are some of your biggest influences?
In hip hop, there's
it-
so many. It's like
across the
I
board. Because like,
feel like
it's
it's like at least 2 pages of artists if we're just going single line. So, there's I don't know, there's so many because like I had to give
you mentioned Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan
Before
definitely
the
for the
interview,
blues
you
and the
said
soul.
Juice World.
Yeah, Juice World for sure.
You said Linkin Park.
Yeah, so as far as hip hop, I have to give a lot of credit to artists like Lil Wayne, Joyner Lucas, uh, why can't I think of the white guy that looks black, Logic? That is black, Logic. I might get in trouble for that one, right? Like a lot of artists like that, like just because I do like that chopper flow, and of course Tech Nine
Right.
and stuff like that. I do have Strange tattooed on me, so
Okay.
of course I'm influenced by them as well. But just as far as like wanting to start play with like being able to rap faster and like chop the flow like in a country soulish sounding song I did recently, like I kind of attributed that because there's a part where I'm like, if the tension tries to, if the tension's supposed to make me stronger, how come I don't feel like I'm walking taller? I feel like I can't breathe. I'm not gonna ruin my voice right now because I have a show coming up, but I belt that last part. But like it's so it's inspired me to like realize chopping up the flow you can do while you're singing. And there's another artist actually, now that I'm thinking about his name, he's probably one of the bigger influences, Devon Terrell. He did a lot of songs with Futuristic a while back, and
Was he the one on Coffee Talk?
maybe I don't want interviews.
Go ahead though. Go ahead.
But yeah. So and he does this thing that they call that futuristic called spinging, and it's where he's like singing notes, but he's chopping and rapping pretty much.
Okay.
And so like him and Chris Calico do that, and so like I kind of like listening to them, but trying to blend more of the singing style of like Adam Gontier, like the original vocalist from 3 Days Grace and stuff like that.
is on Coffee Conversation.
Oh, okay. But Devon Terrell is he did a song with Tech Nine and Futuristic, and he kind of fell off for a while, which honestly made me sad because he is a phenomenal artist. I see him on like reels and stuff every now and again, promoting that he's a producer and stuff like that and making tracks. So I think he's getting back in there, but I feel like I don't know what happened, so I don't really want to speak on it. But it was like I feel like we missed out on a lot of crazy awesome collabs with whatever happened to make him stop
Right.
for a while.
Yeah.
Because he was like I was rooting for him more than Futuristic, and I knew who Futuristic was first. Like, I was like, this is crazy, this is new, like this is what I wanted.
So who would you say your top 5 favorite rappers of all time are? And why?
Eminem, I have to put him up there because if it wasn't for the Marshall Mathers or the Marshall Mathers LP, the Slim Shady LP, whatever the fuck, I can't remember. I just remember all the songs on it. Welcome to ADD. If it wasn't for that CD, like I don't think I would have actually started thinking like I can rap. I look like that guy kinda. And so I have to give him credit to that, which I know probably sounds corny to most people that like it, but then like as far as artists right now, uh okay, so it's gonna be Eminem, Royce the 5'9", God, this one's hard. Lil Wayne, because I want to put JID and Tolkien in there, but if I'm be and Token in there, but if I'm being real, it's like Joyner Lucas and Token.
Okay.
Like, because like Token, his new album just slaps, and there's a song on there that just makes my jaw drop talking about one of his buddies being a deadbeat dad chasing hip hop, and just the the story. It's like I like storyteller hip hop, and when he hits that final punchline, you're just sitting there like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like you kind of relate too, because like he has a lot of that mental health stuff in
yeah,
his music
he definitely
too.
talks about it. That's definitely why I like Eminem too, is because if you pay attention to his early stuff, even like he does speak on mental health. He speaks on addiction. He speaks on what fame's done to him,
Oh yeah.
about feeling like a failure as a father. Stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
he really bears his soul if you really pay attention to his music, and I feel like. And he even says it in his music and interviews, but like he definitely bridged out to where like I started paying attention to people like Dr. Dre, like Royce the 5'9", 50 Cent. I've dug deep back to listen to Tupac so I could understand the references. You know.
Yeah, I know one of the more
Mm, yeah,
common. We talked a lot
and that makes me face too many of my demons I'm not ready to face to listen to him on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
No, he gets
And
real.
he is,
Yeah.
he is one hell of a performer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we went and seen him in St. Louis at the Hollywood Amphitheater up there, and he was
Dude,
man. I don't know how many times I
I
cried to that
can't.
song.
I can't. Yeah, there's certain songs I can't. Like, there's even songs by Juice World that I can't listen to anymore because it helped me realize things during a breakup that pissed me off, but I knew were true.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like, thinking about it, this is a young man that, like, what didn't he die at like 19? Didn't even make it to 21.
Something like that. I don't know
Like,
how
or
old he
maybe he
was,
did
yeah.
hit 21. I don't remember. But like, just a young man that didn't hit his 30s, and I'm here. I was 33 at the time. Just like hearing his music and like learning something about myself through it. Like
Yeah.
it kind of just proves about the power of music.
Oh,
Like, you know, because you never like, age is just a number. You never know who you're gonna help with the music that you make.
No, absolutely.
Release everything. I'm saying to myself, so I hear this on the interview later and do it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fix everything.
Right.
Go for it.
So, kind of touching along the same.
Ren. Putting Ren.
People know about Ren.
Ren is so fucking
Y'all need
fire,
to check out Ren.
dude. Ren, like, he's another one of those people. That music video that he recently released about the guitar guy that got in a fight in an alleyway.
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, it's another one of those ones where you have the chills by the end of the story.
Yeah.
Like, if you could probably stretch that music video into a whole ass movie,
Mhm.
adding
Well,
a
a
little
lot
bit
of
of
his stuff
context
you
to it, and
could,
like that's
yeah.
and like the fact that he did like a reggae blues
Yeah.
is that what you want to call it?
I
Whatever he was doing, when he was
Whatever
playing
it's
that
called, yeah.
Telecaster, like it was
but, man,
beautiful.
great.
Like versatile as an artist, which is something that I like to try and do, which is why I have songs where I sing, songs where I rap, songs where I scream that I don't do as much anymore
Right.
for reasons. I'm trying to save my voice.
Yeah.
Best way to quit smoking cigarettes, never start. Don't do it.
Yeah. I've been.
I am about 7 months off of cigarettes.
Man, you're doing
About
better.
4 months
I'm
off
not that
vapes.
far in.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to kick puppies for like the first week and a half, like for no reason. Why the fuck is this floor on the floor? I don't like that collar pattern.
So you got Ren.
So Ren, Stimpy. I'm just playing. The older people will get that joke. Uh, so it'd probably be. This is actually a really hard one because there's a lot of good white rappers out there. But so it's four, right? I need four of
Yeah.
them. Yeah. So it would be Ren. Fuck, this one's probably Ren, Token, Mercules, and Eminem.
Okay.
But Eminem has to be on
Well,
there.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, probably.
like
That's
you know,
already good.
we a lot of white rappers wouldn't be here or comfortable enough to be in the spotlight because if everybody was a fan of Vanilla Ice, white hip hop would be such trash right now.
Man. And you know what's so funny? What's so funny is like
I don't give a fuck. I said what I said.
I'm sure that you can relate to this, but like a lot of growing up being a white rapper, like you always hear, oh Eminem,
Yeah,
and it's
and
like,
it's because he's awesome.
okay, you're trying to hurt my feelings, but like I love to be compared to Eminem
Yeah, no
'cause,
shit.
like he's a dope ass fucking rapper. So
I
like,
can like not even rap fast, or what I would consider like the fastest I've rapped, and I've had people compare me to Eminem just because I'm rapping fast. I'm like, yeah. What about Ritz, Mercules, all them?
hey,
Like,
speaking of
there are
race,
so many dope. Oh, you know what? I fucked up on my White Rushmore. I fucked up on my White Rushmore. It's gonna be Ren, Token, Prof,
ooh,
and Eminem.
okay,
I do like Mercules, but I'm sorry, I got to give it up for Prof. He's literally about to stop touring in the U.S. Like his last tour in the U.S. so he can go tour in other fucking countries.
oh,
I mean,
This is off his own fucking back, bro. Like let's just talk about that. This is off his own fucking
no,
back.
he's dope as shit.
It's like he said,
That's
don't
dope.
argue with a millionaire that mows his own fucking lawn. All right, free publicity.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Love his music, dude.
So
Reminds me that I don't need to take my craft so seriously as well, which is why I have to put him up there. Because sometimes, like, when you get into your conscious rap mode, it's hard to like, especially with because, like I mentioned, I have these mental illnesses. I don't like calling them illnesses. I get sad sometimes. Fuck you. And like, whenever I'm in that conscious rap mode, sometimes it's hard to snap back to like, dude, it's okay. You're talking about what has happened, not what's going on, and you're just feeling how you felt then. And being able to snap back to like Dustin after being DMidd is just sometimes like difficult, and why I drink a lot less than I used to.
yeah, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is such a hard part of it.
like,
So
take that hat off whenever.
Exactly.
kind of following that same line of like legends and greats and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm gonna give you 5 artists, and you tell me one song that that artist did that the feature out rapped them.
Okay, this is either going to be really easy or really hard.
Lil Wayne.
Like he didn't realize that he signed a monster, but he
Now-
did.
Now with that answer, do you think that
Recording lately, when I'm doing a lot of recording, I just listen to instrumentals
there you go?
because I don't like my I don't want to accidentally be using somebody's cadence that I've been listening to because I've done it before. Like I have a song called Good Bad Boy, and I was listening to a lot of Mr. Morale and Damn at the time, and I didn't realize how much I tried to embody in Kendrick on like the verse part until I listened to it again. And I'm just like, but I already released it, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, look, I mean, it shows your influences in the
Yeah.
in the end of the day.
Yeah, actually, it is kind of funny that you said that because I'll go back and listen to some of my stuff, and I was like, oh, you can tell who I was listening
Right,
to. There.
exactly.
That's funny. Or at least
Like,
I can because like,
yeah,
I know, but
right.
like I don't know if anybody else can.
Because I listen to rappers more like I'm listening to a percussionist than I'm listening to a front man because I like choppers. I like listening to how you bounce your voice around to the snare and the melody, you know?
Exactly.
Like, that's the cool part of hip hop for me. And honestly, how you stand out amongst other artists while I'm listening.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know that you have a show tonight, so we're not going to keep you too.
Well, right now, I am broke IDD $sign because I didn't realize how much of a pain in the ass that would be whenever I first decided to choose my name. Which might be another reason I haven't blown yet, right? But yeah, I live in a shack in the woods that has been invaded by possums, so I need money for a machete. So you can find me on SoundCloud until I decide to chop through the possums and make a bag, right? Yeah.
Well, again, we want to thank you for being. One thing that I learned kind of from watching other interviews and taking things from that, Nori, shout out Nori from Drink Champ, they always say, you know, we want to give our flowers to people while they're still here to smell them. So we got you a little pre-roll here.
What?
This is the Rainbow Road, is a indica dominant hybrid, 26.51%.
It's almost like you know me.
And this is a mixture.
I know that's what I was saying. I got papers and stuff in my bag for my show tonight. Now I ain't got to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save you
But yeah,
having to worry about
we want to
Appreciate it.
thank you for being on our
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And, hopefully, we can have you on again.
Fuck yeah, anytime.
That was our first one, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one.
I'm not sorry for cussing.
Love you all.